Welcome everybody to another exciting episode of Two Bar Connection with your hosts Jesse and
James, what's going on, everybody?
yo, what is going on? Indeed, so we have been gone for a while, about actually 3 weeks. I just checked right now because I was very curious. By the time
Damn,
this posts
okay.
up, it will be about 3 weeks. But we still have a lot of exciting news to go over. We have the legal saga of Palworld still continuing. The hot debate over whether or not it is plagiarism or not. Then we have the day before devs or scammers, as we have to call them, having a titty attack over supposed bloggers. Um, or
Always the
supposed
bloggers.
bloggers being biased and giving negative attention to the day before, which wow, okay. that negative attention speaks for itself, but okay. And then we have some unfortunate mass layoffs going on again. We also have discussion over Xbox and what the fuck is going on with their business strategy. No one seems to know. There seems to be a lot of conflicting stories going on about it. And then finally, we have the state of play, which happened last week, I believe. But before we get into that, how have you been?
I've been doing all right, man. It's been busy these past couple weeks. I've been working a lot of overtime, and I also went back home for Super Bowl, and
Yep, I
that
was there.
was yeah. I know you were there.
Which, by the way, I think that cherry coke fucked me up, man. Honestly,
Really,
I think that cherry coke fucked me up. I threw up in the middle of the
for
night.
real?
Yeah,
The cherry coke? Are you sure it
yeah.
wasn't? Are you sure it wasn't the happy juice?
Nah, man.
Are you sure it wasn't
Maybe
that?
something I
Because
had, but I think it was the coke because I drank like half of it and my stomach felt kind of weird. So I went to bed and then I woke up like 5 hours later and I just puked.
oh shoot, I'm so sorry, man. Oh my
That
god.
shit. I don't know what happened, but I'm
Then
not
it
touching cherry
was
coke again for a while.
yeah. You know what? Yeah, screw Emperor Palpatine. Cherry Coke is for suckers. I'm
but
sorry. I
but but
just
I digress. What you were saying?
no, it's fine. Man, I had the Super Bowl party. Had some people over. Anticlimactic Super Bowl. Honestly, it was pretty meh,
Yeah.
but it's
Well, no, it was
okay.
a good game. It was
Eh,
actually a very good game because
eh.
we don't have many Super Bowls that go into overtime. It was to the wire to the end. It's just
Yeah, but
oh
like,
my god.
man, I
Did
don't
it
know,
have to
man.
be the Chiefs again?
I don't
Did it
know,
have to be
man.
Mahomes again?
I know. Mahomes, like, and you know what's funny because Mahomes. I mean, we're not really a sports podcast, but still, like, he is known for locking it in the fourth quarter. Like, yeah, we get it, but dude, like the Niners had it. It was literally a defensive struggle. Like they literally did not give up anything all game to each other until the end. And yeah, sure, the argument could be made that they got tired, but dude, they were leaving people wide open. Like that last touchdown that Mahomes threw, the guy was literally like walked it in. Like
Pretty much. Yeah.
why
And then you
you
have the
don't?
special teams.
Yep.
Yeah, long kicker letting his kick get blocked. The returner.
Well, to be fair, there really isn't much you can. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if a kick got blocked, then that's not the kicker's fault, dude. So, but you never
It
know.
was
There's got
for a field goal.
yeah, it was for a field goal, but
Or the extra
whatever.
point, actually. It was for the extra point.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I
It
forget.
was the extra point? No, it was for a field goal. It was field goal. It was field
No, are
goal.
you sure? I think it was
No,
an
it was
extra.
a field goal. It was a field goal.
I was drinking happy juice,
Yeah, you
so
were. You were. It was a field goal.
I had I had 8 cups that
Yeah,
shit.
I know. I know you did. You got fucking lit.
Dude, I actually regretted it later. I was having those nausea spins, when you go to
Ooh.
bed, and I was like,
Uh
oh no, like I had to sleep on my left side because like when you have nausea, if you sleep on your left side, it puts your stomach below your esophagus, so it's
huh.
harder for like stuff to like get into your esophagus. So the trick, whenever you have nausea, by the way, lay on your left side.
Okay, good.
And
I prefer my left side, so that's good.
perfect, yeah. So but yeah, so I was just there, and I was like, oh, I'm feeling good. Let me turn over. Oh, no, back to left. So I had to do that. I also know because I had to use the bathroom, and then when I got up, I started leaning like this as I walked, like a
You got that
cat.
pimpling.
Yeah, dude, that pimp lean. But it was good though. Everyone had a good time. I got to see some people again, and uh, and yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Now I'm back, and I'm gonna be hitting. I'm gonna be hitting it pretty hard. There's a lot of certifications I want to grab, because my contract is actually up in October. So I'm gonna get some certs to see if I can get a position in flight nursing um, before my contract expires.
Ah, okay. Are those
Yeah,
certifications for specifically
yeah, like you
flight
actually
nurse?
need to have a certain certification
Okay.
to do flight nursing, and then you have a bunch of other certifications that will add to it. Um, but the flight nursing one's the main one I want to get, so that I
Hmm.
can, and that way I can kind of take my time with the other ones. Not really take my time, but you know what I mean.
And what's flight nursing? Is that the one where you go door to door? Was that one or something else?
No, it's when you actually go up into the helicopters or the planes
Oh,
and
oh
like do
shit. Okay.
yeah, you get to do like extractions, or you get to move people from one hospital to another via
Mm,
helicopter or airplane. So pretty dope. It's pretty dope. So, but
that sounds
technically
cool.
speaking, I did the hardest one already, the CCRN. So
Mm-hmm.
I should have a better time with these other ones. So yeah,
Mm.
yeah, I'll be doing that. That's the goal. That's what I'll be focusing on. And
Okay.
honestly, I'll be like not doing so much overtime so that I can have more time to study, because I've been working overtime for like past 3 months.
Damn.
So yeah,
Yeah, I've noticed that you haven't been online as much, so you've been really busy. Getting all these certifications, doing overtime. So
yeah,
haven't had much of a chance to play with you anything really.
yeah. I know, especially since our favorite shitty game is coming out with another
The
another
favorite shit game we all fucking love by that shit company
the ex that
that
shitty ex
rhymes with
girlfriend.
lizard.
Honestly, they are run by lizards. But but yeah. However, I have been playing. Weirdly enough, I told you at the Super Bowl party, I've been playing a lot of Fortnite
I know you told me.
with my friend
It was
Eileen,
so
and
weird.
dude, bro, I did not realize I would have so much fun with that with that game. Actually, before I got on to record, we went on a 5 game win streak where we just kept placing first, and I'm
Oh
like,
wow.
why is this fun? I'm supposed to hate this game, but no, it's fun, unfortunately. So
It's okay, bro. I'll give you a game to hate after this.
oh boy,
Okay.
oh boy, oh please, I probably already know what it is, but still, please tell me.
I
But
mean, no,
yeah,
go ahead. Sorry.
no, that's it. No, there's nothing else for me to say as far as how
Okay,
I'm
okay,
doing. But you were
okay.
saying,
Yeah. So, for me, same old, same old. Well, today I had a pretty interesting appointment with a student for one of their assignments. It's very clear that the student first language isn't English. It's also
I
also
pobre.
no, but here's the thing, right? It's very obvious that she just typed it in her native language and then put it in Google Translate and then copied and pasted it onto the document.
Yeah.
Um, and then she put like the text above it too.
Oh my lord.
So I can see like the original text or native language, and then I can see at the bottom, like, oh my god, this is not gonna be okay. All right, so that point was a bit of a drag, but outside of that, nothing particularly interesting happened to me, at least personally. But game wise, I haven't played Persona 3 Reload,
Ooh, how's that?
which yeah, let me tell you, it's fun, man. It definitely. So the thing is, the Persona games they always build off each other. Like Persona 5 is built from Persona 4, right? They always expand on each other. So when you go back and play a previous one, it feels like you're taking a bit of a step back because Persona 3 definitely feels like a prototype of Persona 4. Like it feels like a stripped down Persona 4, which
Hmm.
Persona 4 then feel like a stripped down Persona 5 in
Yeah.
when you look at it in hindsight. But it's still a good game because it still has that strong Persona loop to it. Like you go to school, you go to a dungeon, you beat up some monsters, you get XP and shit. Then you go back, you date some waifus, and you go to school again, and you just keep doing that over and over and over again, right? Which the waifu game's not as strong this time, unfortunately. Mostly because the cast is so small that
Yeah.
it's it's not like 5-5. It was like, oh my god, what do I pick?
Well, yeah.
There's
Like,
so many, and they're all that, and a lot of them even at party, and I still want to waifu them.
damn.
There was
Oh,
also the Next Fest which
Yeah.
honestly there wasn't anything too interesting. I feel like the Next Fest
Um,
these past few times have been kind of meh. They've been pretty mid. There was one cool game though that was called Lisfanga. I think it was called Lisfanga. Lisfanga Warrior of Time actually came out today.
mm.
No, I'm sorry, Lisfanga the Time Shift Warrior. It was really cool. So the whole gimmick behind it is you play as like some warrior chick, and every time you enter an arena, you can use your time bending powers to like make multiple copies of yourself. So you enter the arena, right, and then as soon as you enter, the game starts recording your actions. But you only have a certain amount of time, so you can't kill them all in one go. So you have to kill as many as you can, and then it rewinds back again, and then you get a second copy. So you can section your first copy, like replay, like a ghost, performed all the actions that you did. So then you go in the other direction, and then you like try and finish off the rest of them. And then
Interesting.
the game throws a lot of like curveballs at you. Like some enemies will like block all your frontal attacks. You have to send one copy to attack it from the front while you go behind it, and then attack it from behind. Some enemies will like be like behind barriers, and like you have to destroy like a crystal, so that way you can get to them. But then you don't have enough time to actually get over there. So you send one to destroy the crystal, and you send another copy to actually kill the enemies.
Hmm.
And then you have different weapon types. So like all the weapons are good for different things. Like one's good for like does a lot of damage, but you're not very mobile. The other one doesn't do a lot of damage, but you're very mobile, so you can clear things out while still moving. And the way it blends it all together is really cool and interesting.
That sounds really cool, especially the ghost aspect of it. It kind of reminds me of what I saw when I watched you play what's it called, Neon White.
Yeah.
How yeah, it would show like the path that you had taken, and that's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
what you're racing against. So I thought
Mm-hmm.
that's actually pretty dope. Um, does it have a release date set already, or is it
It came
still
out
in like?
today.
Oh, I thought it was I thought they were only showed demos in the next fest.
Yeah, it was last week. So yeah, it's only for
Oh,
games that haven't come out. So yeah,
oh crap! Oh damn, I didn't
yeah,
know.
it
Damn.
came out today.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it came out today. It is going for $25, I think.
That's not a
20
bad
bucks.
price.
$20.
That's not a bad price at all. Might be something to pick up during the summer sale.
Yeah, it's a really cool game. At least from the demo. I don't know if like maybe it'll wear itself out by the end. I don't know how long the game is. But still,
Well,
really cool. And also, we're not going to talk about it on the show, but I did see the state of play for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We're not talking about it because you don't know anything about it. So like, I felt it would be best if we just exclude it. And the show episode's already pretty long. Probably,
yeah,
episode's probably pretty long.
yeah.
But
Sorry, folks.
man, they are putting everything in this game. Holy crap! It's gonna be fucking huge. It is 2 discs for a reason.
Oh crap! So part two has 2 discs.
Yes, it is a 2
Oh
disc game.
shit! Damn.
And they show so much. Like it's gonna be kind of open world-ish. You're gonna have a ton of mini games, like some from the classic game. Like you get not snowboarding, but the chocobo racing. You get chocobo racing, which is in the original game. They also added some new ones, like one where you transform into a frog and you have to like race. And you have to like,
Yeah.
race to the finish line. And then they also added like Rocket League. You can play Rocket League in the game now. It's like their own version of Rocket League.
What?
Yeah. And then on top of that, they expanded the combat systems. Now you can do like tag team attacks, which they did do in the DLC, but it's been expanded upon obviously in the sequel.
Yeah.
And there's actually a demo of it out right now, which I did play a little bit of it. It lets you play the first chapter, where Cloud has a flashback to when Sephiroth attacks his hometown.
Oh, the village. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's pretty much takes place over that entire sequence. Like you go up to the factory, to like, and then you find Genova there, who's like the alien that's like crash landed. I know this
Yes.
sounds weird. This sounds weird to you. You're probably gonna remember all this stuff.
Well,
but...
no, I remember that plot point from the original Final Fantasy VII. Because remember,
okay.
I played a good chunk like of the original Final Fantasy VII.
Mhm.
I got up to where you meet Kais. Am I pronouncing it right? Kiteseath, yes. I got up to him and then I stopped playing. So
Okay.
I actually know.
That's about the halfway point.
Yeah, that's about the halfway point.
Or halfway point, maybe a little over halfway. No,
Yeah.
it's about halfway. It's about halfway.
Yeah, so I know the whole story. Like looks at Geneva, and then I guess that's when Sephiroth like loses his shit, so he just torches the fucking town. So
Yeah, and then he takes Shinova's body.
yes,
Yes, I remember. Yeah. And then interestingly, they're actually going to update the demo. So this is
Oh.
just part 1 of it. Part 2, they're actually going to let you explore the Juon region. So the open world segment, you're going to be able to take part in that. And that actually comes out next Tuesday, I want to say. Somewhere around that time. I know it's next week. I think it's next Tuesday or next Wednesday. But it'll be updated for then, and then you can play as. Excuse me.
Got some keys.
You can play as Geas. You can play as Cloud, Tifa, Barret, Aerith, just like in the part 1 of the remake, and then Red 13 because you didn't get to play Red 13 in the original game.
Oh, okay.
He only showed up for the last 3 chapters.
What about Yuffie? You told me Yuffie was going to be a character as well.
She is, but she's not in that demo. Probably because at that point in the story, you haven't met her yet.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Because I heard talks of Yuffie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, she's in the DLC, but the DLC is devoted just to her.
Mm.
It's only her and a new character they introduce.
All right, cool.
So yeah, that was my whole week. All right. Well, my whole 3 weeks.
The whole 3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, all 3 weeks.
Yeah, right, we've both been very busy.
So, want to talk some Palworld?
Sure thing. Our favorite...
Our favorite, the legally distinct Pokemon game.
Legally distinct.
Pokemon with guns.
Pokemon
all right,
with
so first, let's go into whole, the Nintendo angle of this. So just to give some context for those of you who don't remember, in a previous episode, we discussed the controversy surrounding Palworld, which came out about this time last month.
Yeah.
And the storm of controversy that it spawned, where many people were accusing the game of plagiarism. And some people were even going as far as to say that Palworld was actually ripping models straight from Scarlet and Violet. I mean, at the time, we were like, ooh, man, I don't know about Palworld, man. At least for me, I was like, I don't know. This seems kind of sketchy, and
yeah,
this evidence looks pretty damning. But as it turns out,
yes, actually, the day after we recorded this this news story dropped, that the one who was accusing of ripping those models was actually augmenting those models to better support his own claims. So essentially, he faked evidence. Yeah,
he's a lying Nintendo fanboy.
Yes.
So yeah, we have an article here from Dexerto. Palworld accuser adjusted models to better support Pokemon plagiarism claims. And well, it all started when another Twitter user by the name of Metal Dragon Kid did his own homework on the models, and he found that the meshes actually don't line up quite as well. And he kind of called out our boy Biofrog, who was the one who made the original claims. And then Biofrog went and said, yeah, I may have sort of bended it a little bit.
Oh, whoopsie doodle. I regret using the word exactly. I was just trying to be silly, and I'm like, my guy, you're dumb.
Yeah, I was trying to be silly. Okay, man. Accusing of people of plagiarism isn't exactly silly. It's a very serious accusation.
Very serious, and it's funny because this was probably the one good argument against Palworld, and it literally went up in flames the day after we talked about it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everything up until this point, it's been like, well, it's a ripoff because it looks so similar. But actually, no, I was watching the Ackman's video on it, and he brought up a good point where this game is kind of a parody. It doesn't take itself seriously. So, like if it's a ripoff, like it's kind of okay because it's parodying stuff. Like, how many times have you seen a YouTube video where they just use the same exact character design, but they kind of like parody it up a bit? It's kind of like that, right?
Yeah.
In a way. So you can kind of see Palworld as like a parody game. If you look at it through that lens, it's like, well, maybe these claims of it being a ripoff and it being a plagiaristic, isn't exactly hold up.
Yeah.
But then you have this mod here.
Oh, well.
So we have another article here with Eurogamer where okay, so someone decided to make a Pokemon mod for Palworld, and Unsurprisingly, within like a day, Nintendo caught wind of them and said, "Yo, you better stop this right now."
Don't be so blatant, fool.
And so to that, the modder responded with his own legally distinct pocket creatures. Where, yeah, if you look at these pictures, he replaced several Pokemon with like Pikachu, for example. He's no longer Pikachu. He is now a legally distinct pocket-sized creature,
Yellow rat.
and he is a literal yellow rat. And then you have Blue Penguin, which I think it's supposed to be probably Pelipper, I imagine. It's probably Pelipper. He just put a blue penguin there.
Yeah, no, because Pelipper is more of a seagull than a penguin.
Was it
So I don't
Pelipper?
know.
No. Oh yeah.
Pelipper?
Well, no.
Gen
Damn.
Pelipper's.
What was the penguin starter?
I
It's
can't
not
remember.
Pelipper. I'm
I
confusing
just know
them.
Pelipper because Pelipper is Gen 3, right?
Yes. Now that you tell me, yes.
Yeah, the one gen that I know like the back of my hand. God, I played Pokemon Sapphire so much. Oof, so much. Anyway, yeah, I can't. I can't remember the Pokemon that was supposed to be a penguin. But anyway, it's funny to just watch him place just random ass animals like Yellow Rat and Blue Penguin.
Yeah, it kind of adds to the big anarchy energy of the that Palworld's going for.
Yes.
And this what's this modder's name again?
Let me see. Where is it? Oh my god. Toasted. Last week, YouTuber Toasted Shoes took the Palworld's comparison to the extreme.
Toasted Shoes.
Yeah,
Toasted Shoes is the man behind the mod, and now he has made legally distinct pocket creatures here for us to enjoy. But this is also kind of lends into the point of defending Palworld, because Nintendo like took them down in like a fucking hour. Like within like the hour, like they were like they sucked their lawyers on him because they knew they had a case.
Yes.
And so a lot of people are kind of saying, well, I mean, if they knew they had a case, like, don't you think they would have, they would have sicked their lawyers on Palworld as well by now? Because
yes,
Nintendo pounces on people real fucking quick.
Absolutely. Even when you don't think a case is there, like, but yeah.
So maybe Palworld is legit indeed.
Yeah, maybe, at least to some extent, because we do have statements from the Pokemon Company that doesn't outright call them out by name, but they did. Let me see, what it was that was they said that they do intend to investigate to address any acts of infringement on intellectual property rights related to Pokemon.
Yes, and that is from an article on Game Informer. They said we
Yes.
have received many inquiries regarding another company's game released in 2024. That was being so vague. We have not granted any permission for the use of Pokemon intellectual property or assets in that game. We intend to investigate and take appropriate measures to address any acts that infringe on intellectual property rights related to the Pokemon.
Yeah.
In other words, please stop fucking asking us. Shut the fuck up. We may look into it, but we probably don't have a case because we would have done it by now.
Yeah, honestly, for real.
I think they're just doing it just to appease these crazy Nintendo fanboys.
Indeed, bro. Honestly, like, I feel bad for Pokemon fans. I think they're one of the most starved fan bases. The last Pokemon game was, well, it was not good.
Not good.
I'm trying to be nice.
Yes.
So
no, it was definitely not good at all. They're fucking exorcist spinning heads and shit.
But yeah.
But you know what's really not good?
Oh boy. Tell me what's not good.
What's really not good is the big old scam game the day before, which came out last December and lasted 4 days or like 2 days, I think.
It lasted so little.
Yeah, the game that was advertised and one of the most wishlisted Steam games ever, that was advertised as a survival MMORPG and was Absolutely none of that. It was actually an extraction shooter.
Yeah.
And you want to talk about plagiarism? Yeah, this is a studio that took assets from Grand Theft Auto and made fake trailers with them.
Oh.
Like they took actual like GTA 5 like sports cars and just put them in the game, or they just took footage of it and decided to sell that. It's like, no, this is our game, right? You can get sports cars. You like sports cars, right? You like zombies. You can drive a sports car in a zombie game. And well, we now know what happened with the day before, right? It's no longer Among Us. The developer studio, Fntastic, has actually been closed down, and
Yep.
actually the publisher as well was actually not an independent publisher, but was actually a shell company for Fntastic. What
Man,
was
I love it. So so on the up and up. I love it. Because all
what was
great legit companies use shells.
oh damn it, what was the publisher's name? Shit. I don't remember. And I can't find it here in the article. But yeah, their publisher, yeah, bullshit. It's owned by it's owned by the brothers too. Those not the Notsky brothers, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we have here. So we have here an article by Kotaku where the day before devs blame bloggers for the game's failure. Ooh boy, okay. So in a statement from them, which you cannot find actually. Yeah, you cannot find it anymore. But essentially, they were like, "No, our game was actually good."
Doctor
these,
Disrespect liked it.
it's these Doctor Disrespect liked it, right? He had nice thing to say, but everyone was focusing just on the bad stuff. And meanwhile, you're seeing videos of character models' heads literally expanding to the size of freaking zeppelins. The game not having a melee button, and them saying, "Oh yeah, we were thinking about adding a melee button. We didn't have time to add it." Like, what? It was gonna be in a later update. Wow. Okay.
The melee button update.
This is really where we're at in the industry, where we have to wait for updates on a melee button.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, it's just. I mean, unfortunately, we can't read the statement. It would have been very funny to read the whole thing. I probably should have saved it.
Yeah, but it's okay.
We could just read small excerpts from it.
Yeah. Not like they have anything important to say anyway. Wait, is it Mytona?
Mytona. There we go.
Nah,
Yeah,
jinx.
Mytona.
I got it from the image where it says Fntastic / Mytona. So I was like, ooh, Mytona. That's it. Where did you find it?
At the bottom, underneath the second
subtitle. There you go, Mytona.
Yeah. According to Fntastic, the real profiteers were bloggers and content creators who made huge money by creating false content with huge titles from the very beginning to gain views and followers.
So they made false content by using their game footage, but they're saying it's false because the game itself was fake. So does that count as fake content? Because they used a fake game to make footage?
I mean, they're showing the fake game is indeed fake.
Yes. So therefore...
So I don't know about that.
So therefore, it's false content. Boom. Checkmate. We blew it wide open.
Yeah, so just remember, Fntastic sucks. They are scammers. I wish I had these brothers' names, but don't buy anything from these guys, okay? They took money from publishers, or not money, took money from investors and then paid themselves and just ran with it.
Not cool, man.
Yeah, absolute. So absolute scumbags trying to be like, no, well, actually, right?
No.
Yeah, definitely not cool at all. All right, well, yeah, you know what else? What else is not cool?
Oh, yeah.
Well, a lot of things are not cool.
I know.
Now.
There's a lot of things that are not cool. But
So,
please start us off, man.
Yeah, so we have another massive wave of layoffs hitting the industry yet again. Where first off, we have Microsoft laying off 1,900 of their workforce, mostly from Activision Blizzard. And this has actually reportedly affected several projects in development, such as the untitled Blizzard survival game that was, that was teased a few months back. That has officially been canceled, as pretty much the entire team has been gutted. And then we also have layoffs hitting Eidos Montreal, who were previously purchased by the Embracer Group. Which, man, the Embracer Group are some. You want to talk about some scummy ass companies? Embracer Group laying off like half your freaking people they bought off. Like these people, like they bought so many of these studios, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, yes, they're finally gonna bring back all these games that we love," right? Like they bought Eidos Montreal, so we all thought, "Oh man, it's gonna be another Deus Ex game. We're gonna get another Tomb Raider game," and then they bought Gearbox, and then we're like, "Oh cool, we're gonna get bigger Borderlands games," and then they bought. I don't remember who else, but now they're setting up Gearbox for sale. And according to an article by Kotaku, Eidos Montreal, a lot of people have been laid off. Mm-hmm. And this is very saddening to me. Apparently, a Deus Ex game that was in development was reportedly canceled as a result of the layoffs, which that really, wow. That's
yeah.
I think what irks me is that these people a lot of these developers and these cool projects that could have been made are suffering for the sins of reckless business practices, because Embracer bought all these companies up and then so that they can, puff up their portfolio and then sell themselves off to the Saudis for $2 billion. But then that fell through and they're like, all right, well, fuck it. All these people that we bought, just out, all of you. Oh, that cool Deus Ex game? Yeah, get that shit out of here. We gotta save some money.
That's really unfortunate. And I know you're a huge fan of the Deus Ex games, so.
I know. They're super cool games. Super, super cool games. But I mean, why can't we just get another Deus Ex game, man? I feel like that property and its fans have been so fucking mistreated over the years. Is this one of those properties that just can't win? Oh yeah, and then there was also Free Radical, developers of Time Splitters.
Yes.
Apparently they were working on Time Splitters game, and that got canceled, and that also really pissed me off because I love Time Splitters, and we haven't had a new Time Splitters game in like 20 years. I think pretty much, 20 years. We have not had a new one. And the whole reason why is because for the longest time, Free Radical were trying to make the game, but studios were like, no, I don't know how to sell this. This is too silly. Where's your Call of Duty, right? Because this is when the industry was still in Call of Duty mode. Yeah. Everything had to be a fucking gray, brown, serious shooter, and it had to be some Call of Duty wannabe. God forbid a game is fun and colorful and silly, right? And now we have Fortnite, which is all like kooky and fun and stuff, and now we have the industry kind of overcompensating where everything has to be silly and kooky. Yeah. And this would have been so perfect for Time Splitters to show up, but alas, no, because Embracer.
Yeah.
And then in the case of Activision Blizzard, because Microsoft. Which, by the way, to add on to that, there's another article here by NGN where Microsoft has now become the second ever $3 trillion with a T dollar company.
While still laying people off.
So
another story, another example of record profits, but we have to lay people off because we can't afford it. What?
Well, we can't afford it, but we want to grow next year, so.
No, but it fucking sucks because literally people are they're literally making record profits, and in the same breath they're laying people off, which means essentially that means we can't afford this. It's not in our budget. It's like, well, then your budgeting sucks because how can you be making all this money and not reinvest it into your people? Oh, whatever. Anyway, continue.
No, I mean that pretty much surmises the whole thing. I mean that's been like the two big ones. I feel like there's been more, but they're mostly smaller. But there is an article here, a great article here from Kotaku Australia, that says 41 days into 2024 and 6,400 video game layoffs have been announced. And this was as of February 12th, so 2 days ago. Right. And it actually lists all the different studios and companies that have laid people off. You have Bosa Studios, 19 people. Unity Software, 1,800 people, which I think we reported on a few weeks ago.
I think we did. I remember covering that.
Twitch laid off 500 people. Playtica, 300 to 400, which is a mobile game company. If you're not making, how do you, what? Mobile games make so much money. How are you laying people off?
Yeah.
Discord, 170 people. Lost Boys Interactive, 125 people. Fun Skeletor, 3 people. PTW, formerly Poll to Win, 45 people. The list kind of just goes on and on.
Yeah.
All right, and there's a lot. It's got to be like a good almost 20 studios here.
Yeah, dude. And then there's also, well, we touched on Embracer Group and, their layoffs and their cancellations and their closures because their deal just didn't go through with the Saudis. So, but,
So, yeah, people are paying their livelihood for the reckless business practices of people who are addicted to gambling, pretty much.
Nah. Gambling with other people's, livelihoods.
Other people's livelihoods and other people's money.
Yeah, and other people's money. Exactly. Their money. Exactly.
So also I heard some for the Blizzard team, for particularly that shitty game that we love to hate, Overwatch 2. Apparently a huge chunk of their PvE team was laid off. Like a lot of the cinematics people were laid off. A lot of the art people, which I don't know how the hell you lay art people off in Blizzard, because the art team has been fucking carrying Blizzard for years.
Yes.
Because say what you will about Blizzard, but their art is almost always amazing.
I agree.
Like the art and visuals of their games are almost always really, really good. So just going to lay those people off, especially after everyone at Blizzard was feeling like really good about the acquisition, the Microsoft acquisition, because we don't have to deal with Bobby anymore. And it's like, no, sorry, here's your pink slip. Fuck.
Oh my god.
They also gutted the esports department. They laid off two of the big hosts for the Overwatch League.
Mm-hmm.
And they're really popular. It's it's a girl and a guy. The girl's name is Zoe something, but she's a hostess for the Overwatch League, and she was very popular. She was very energetic and very knowledgeable about the game, so people liked her. And then there was Mr. X, also very knowledgeable and very likable guy. Had a big mustache. I like seeing his mustache. But they just laid him off, and wow, and it just sucks to see people.
No, it does suck. And then again, they got the Overwatch esports, and then they start a new one with the Saudis. So it's like, I don't understand what the hell's going on. And then they end up putting another Activision executive as the current president of Blizzard.
Yeah, she.
I don't know her name.
She used to head up the Call of Duty games, actually.
Great. So what you're telling me is no progress has been made. In fact, we've evolved backwards.
Bobby was holding him back, bro.
Bro, I can't even fathom that.
Bobby was like, no, you don't understand. I was holding them back.
Dude, don't even play. Oh my god.
I was sealing the true evil.
Bro, oh my god. I didn't want to think about that. No. I just want to think of it as another opportunity to do better, and they fucked it up. I refuse to believe Bobby was holding back the tidal wave.
Joanna Ferries, by the way.
Oh, okay.
That's new. Yeah, she replaced Mike Ybarra, which it was kind of funny because a few months back, Mike was like, "No, I'm gonna be here for a while, man. They'll have to kill me to remove me as president." Like, I'm not going anywhere.
Sure enough.
And then Matt Booty, who's I believe he's the new CEO, was like, Yeah, about that.
Oh my god. It's so awful, dude.
Yeah, and we have one last article here discussing with the same topic from IGN, where they interviewed like some 20 developers on layoffs and why they happen. So, did you actually read this thing?
I kind of skipped through it, but I do know that it kind of goes into, well, a lot of different companies, especially like with Take Two. It goes into Embracer Group as well, and also Ascendant. Also, they gets
Yeah, it's really
mentioned.
interesting because they all have different stories. Like some of them, like Ascendant, for example, they're the developers of that Immortals game that came out
Yes.
in July, last July, I believe. Um, Immortals of Avium is what it's called, and that game did not do well, like at all.
Hmm.
I think like when the Steam charts, it was like in the 4 digits. I think there was like maybe like 2,000 people playing it, maybe a little more.
Hmm.
But yeah, no one was playing. It's like no one bought that game at all. So, and that was the reason why. Like that's what the employees who were interviewed. That's the reason they cited for the layoffs, because the game just did so poorly. Which, I mean, as bland as that game looked, like it sucks to see it underperform, and not just because it's like bland or anything like that or have any malintentions. I get it, but because it came out during such a fucking stacked year,
Yeah.
it was doomed to fail from the beginning, man. Because in like as of 2023, or like when it came to player expectations in 2023, being a game just being okay was not good enough.
Hmm.
Because even the great games, we were like, yeah, like this game's great, but like this thing's even greater, right? Like
Exactly.
with Baldur's Gate, like
Yeah.
like we said in our game of the year show, any of the big games that came out in 2023 would have been a freaking guaranteed game of the year winner if they came out any other year. And we kept saying that over and over and over again. It was like Resident Evil 4. Oh no, dude, this is game of the year for sure. And then what came out after that?
Well, first it
The,
was Hi-Fi Rush. Then
that's right. Yes, it was Hi-Fi Rush. And they're like,
yes.
"Oh, this is game of the year, man." And then
Then
Resident Evil came
RE4,
out.
and it's like, oh shit. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Tears of the
Game of the
Kingdom.
year. Tears of the Kingdom. There you go. Tears of the Kingdom. Right.
Yes, dude.
Oh, this is guaranteed, bro. Legend of Zelda is gaining royalty.
Yes, dude. Oh my god. And then, sure enough.
And then, sure enough, Baldur's Gate went. All right, everyone, duck, because my dick is out. I'm swinging left. So yeah, I mean, and then there was great game after great game. Lies of P was a great game.
Oh god,
Pizza Tower
yes.
was a great game.
Yeah, dude. Lies of P was
Armored
great.
Core 6 was a great game. Like these are all like award-worthy games. So you can't,
Yeah.
at least in 2023, you couldn't come out with just an okay game like Immortals.
Yeah.
So very, very unfortunate for them. And then in the case of, I think it was Relic that they also mentioned in this article. Relic are the developers of the Dawn of War games and the Warhammer games. Apparently, like their latest game didn't do too well. The Company of Heroes 3, it really underperformed. So that was also another reason why that there were so many layoffs. And then of course you have the usual like, well, they want to make, they want to grow for next year,
Yeah.
or like they spent too much money during the pandemic bubble, and so now they have to make up for all that reckless growth, that reckless unsustainable growth.
Yep.
And what the article ends with, and the point that it ends on, which is great, is that, I mean, at the end of the day, games have become more and more high risk to make. They become more expensive, and they take much longer to produce. And so when you have that much risk associated with it, there's going to be a lot of collateral damage.
There is. Well, I mean, art. I mean, games are an art, and art by definition is a risky endeavor. So that's why I was, that's why when people talk about this, and companies that are, that are, oh, we got to spend money, we got to get games to make it, make it like this. Like, well, you guys know that you're dealing in a very risk laden field. You know, even with your successes, you know, the next step is going to be, okay, now we have to make something even better, because unfortunately, even when you succeed, you're now a victim of your own success, and you have to do something that meets or exceeds that. Um, but a lot of these layoffs are not about that. It's just reckless, like you said, reckless growth, reckless spending, and they don't know, they either don't know what the fuck they're doing, or they know exactly what they're doing, and they're just trying to maximize profit, which is why there's a part in the article that talks about how you know we they want to like have the damn it, I'm drawing a blank. Cost effectiveness. They want to spend the least amount of money while stretching the most amount of work possible, and it sucks. You know, it really does. It's not good. It's not good for the industry. Honestly, I don't know about you, but this all kind of points to like a coming, like another video game crash, where there's just going to be a lot of closures, and hopefully something can come from the ashes. I don't know if you agree with that sentiment, but
Maybe it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to envision that, because so many games pull in so much money, and these companies pull in so much money year over year, and then you still have these, like a lot of companies that don't do all this scummy stuff that still make great games and make a ton of money.
that
Like
is
FromSoft, right?
well,
Elden Ring sold like 15 million copies or something crazy like that.
well, yeah, no, absolutely. Well, we're not talking about those. We're talking about everybody else. Like, actually, it's funny because we're gonna on the topic of, well, I mean, I don't know if it's a good game, but it's a successful game. But Epic, they in the article it talks about how they actually were one of the few companies that actually took steps to try and avoid layoffs. Like um they even cut bonuses in quarterly bonuses in half, while also we were told that they have billions of dollars in the bank, like in their war chest, so that they can weather any storm. But
Mm.
and they even got to the point where they had to delay raises and promotions after performance reviews so that they can try and save money. But it kind of sucks because they still ended up laying off 800 people, and and yeah, it's just the way it goes. However, they did have a lucky break. Um, Apparently, a couple days ago, Disney purchased like 1.5 billion dollars
Oh
in
yeah, yeah, I
Epic,
saw that.
and I was like, oh no. I'm sorry, but I can't stand Disney. So to watch them put their grubby little hands in that, I'm just kind of like, damn, dude. I don't know how I feel about that, but it did give them a little bit of a. I mean, I don't want to say windfall, but give them some room to breathe. But it kind of sucks that they couldn't have done that earlier, because it probably would have helped the people that were laid off.
Do you think it would help if these because there's been like a common sentiment among like a lot of gamers that um the demand for shorter games with worse graphics made by people who are paid to work less, paid more to work less.
I mean, that sounds about right. But
Like and like for example, Hi-Fi Rush, right?
yeah,
Like obviously the graphics are like amazing, but it's a short game,
yeah,
right? It's a short game and it's only $30 or however
Well,
much it costs.
I think what people want are just good games, and they want games that are fun. And we've talked about it plenty of times before. Art style, art direction beats graphics every single time. And again, case in point, Hi-Fi Rush. Um, honestly, even the look of Fortnite, Baldur's Gate, Lies of P, dude, like, dude, that. Oh my god, I forgot again. I forgot the name of that era. Bella,
Oh,
Bella,
Bella Epoch.
Bella Epoch, dude.
Hmm.
Come on, man. That was fucking beautiful. They did not have to go that hard with that art direction. So yeah, I do agree with that sentiment, but I think people just want good games. Like people like you know how open world, like everything needs to be open world, or when Fortnite came out and PUBG, oh, everything needs to be a fucking battle royale now. It's like no, 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 no.
Or in this case, everything needs to be a live service, right? Which in and
Oh,
of itself is extremely expensive endeavor,
dude, yes, man.
right?
And for what? And for how much money are you actually going to make? Like after
Oh,
everything,
you make a lot of money
okay. How many?
if you score big.
Oh, exactly, exactly. It's a fucking gamble. It's literally betting the house on like a 1 in a million shot. Because I want explain to me what live service games are actually a success as of right now.
Fortnite,
Okay, for
Apex,
Fortnite,
Genshin,
Apex, Genshin,
Warzone.
Warzone.
Those four come to mind.
Okay,
There's like some other games I could probably name that are like probably doing okay, but like those are the big ones.
okay.
Oh, Valorant, League,
Valorant, really? I thought they.
Valorant. Yeah, Valorant's doing really well.
Whoa. Well, I mean, I don't hear much about Valorant, so whatever.
It's Valorant, League, right? But I mean, at this point, like
Okay, okay. How many was
the
that?
major six,
Six out of how many? How many live service games have come out?
too many. Suicide Squad just came out, right? And man, that shit bombed so hard.
Oh, Skull and Bones, by the way, they released the beta, and people are saying that it sucks some major ass. So that's another one that's going to come out. So again, oh, and also all the Assassin's Creeds, the most recent ones where you had to pay time savers for a single player game, that's considered live service.
Oh, not really. A live service is like a game like you constantly like update over and over again. It's generally multiplayer focused too, so I wouldn't really count that.
Okay,
I wouldn't count those either.
all right, but still, my point is, it's a lot of game. It's a lot of failures for a handful of successes. So, and again, though it wasn't about making games fun, it was about making money. So when a game is about making money, fun takes a back seat, because now it's like, oh no, we can't have the player do that, because then they won't pay for this, or they won't pay for that, you know. And yeah, they lock certain key gameplay mechanics behind paywalls. You know, it's the same thing with mobile games. You know, so yeah, I think people they want to go back to basics. So they're just like, listen, start small. Too we're getting big heads. So let's just go back, make short games, and just focus on making a good game and start small, and then we'll work our way up again. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
They want to
Okay.
reset. They want a gaming renaissance, which we kind of had last year, but we want more.
Yeah, there was some. I keep getting reminded, bro, of how fucking go 2023 was.
Yeah, dude.
It was so insane. Like it's up there with like 1998, which I mean, obviously you and I were too young to appreciate that, but
Yeah.
1998 was like a loaded year.
Yeah.
2002, it was another loaded year.
Yeah, dude.
2007, I think, the year Call of Duty 4 came out, and like BioShock.
Yes,
And
dude. Yeah, the first person shooter craze. That was pretty fucking dope. Dude, I remember, oh man, I think it was 2007. I remember I got Modern Warfare 2, Assassin's Creed 2. I got like 4 games, and they were all awesome for the Xbox 360. God, what a time to be alive.
you got them all at the same time?
Well, I asked for it for Christmas, so my parents got it for
Mm.
me.
Ah, okay.
I know it was those two. I know it was those two.
You had a good Christmas, man.
Yeah.
You had a good Christmas. Those are amazing games.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, so I think people they want like a legit gaming renaissance where we like kind of go back to basics, go back to our roots, learn what makes games fun again, and let's just focus on that. And I really and yeah.
Well, all right. Um, well, on the topic of games or gaming strategies and business tactics, you want to talk about Xbox, right? And what the fuck is going on in Xbox, man? Because there has been some weird reports going on.
Phil.
Yeah, Phil, buddy, booby.
You beat me to it.
Mama Sugar, what are you doing? We don't. Yeah, so we've had recently in an article we have here from an article from The Verge that reported that there was some insiders, some Xbox insiders, who were reportedly saying that Xbox was going to be seemingly exiting the console market so that they can go multi-platform. And there was several reports about how games like Starfield and such were going to go appear on PlayStation, or Halo, and Halo 2 is going to appear like on PlayStation.
Yep.
So a lot of people were like, what the hell is going on? Like,
Yeah.
and Xbox fans were really mad because they're like, what the fuck? I got this console to play Xbox games, right?
Yep.
And well, I mean, it appears that they've kind of walked back. A lot of those insiders have kind of walked back on it since. And we also have another article here from Games Radar where Phil reportedly told many of his colleagues that they're not done making consoles and that they're going to be focusing on making multiple Xbox devices or Microsoft gaming devices.
Mm-hmm.
And also there's going to be an update, I believe. Right, they're going to have like some kind of an update. We're going to tell everyone like what they're planning on doing in the future. I think it's actually tomorrow.
Oh, is it tomorrow? Oh yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. It says later this week. Holy crap! Well, we'll definitely have to watch
so
that.
very very soon. Yeah, I mean Xbox has been like kind of being a little weird this gen because they're trying to do something. They're trying to do something different, right?
Yeah.
Because we learned from the FTC and the UK court hearings
and the leaks
over and the leaks, right? Well, focusing on the courts first, right? As we during those depositions over the Activision Blizzard Microsoft acquisition, Phil himself said, "Hey, like we've been in third place this entire time, right?" And he said that infamous quote where he said something along the lines of like, "Yeah, like well, us making great games isn't gonna cut it."
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I don't remember the exact wording of it, but the general sentiment that people were getting from was that they felt like Phil and Xbox were like gonna quit, which did feel like kind of like a misinterpretation. I don't think he was saying like we're not gonna try anymore. It was more like we have to try something new. Like the fan bases for Sony and for Nintendo are so entrenched that us making good games is just not going to be enough.
Yes.
Hence why they're doing Game Pass and why they're also seemingly moving some of their games to third parties.
Yeah.
To go multi-platform. Because there's also another report on how the game Pentacast was going to be moved to Switch, and there's also another Microsoft game that's going to be on Switch as well, because Microsoft and Nintendo have been kind of buddy with each other. Which Pentacast, for those who don't know, is it's a game made by Obsidian that's like it's like a narrative game, but it's done. It has like an art style like medieval paintings. Yeah, so it's a narrative game that looks like a moving medieval painting. Interesting game. I never played it, but it just seems very interesting. But like you think that game, right? That's not going to move. That's not going to move console units, right? Like That's not gonna be a system seller.
Yeah.
So like for me, it's like that makes sense to like move it to a multi-platform, right? You might as well make more money off it by expanding your audience a bit rather than just limiting yourself to just Xbox.
I agree. I mean, well, it's like Phil says, they have to make good games on top of other stuff that'll make them money to help supplement that. So I still think making good games is the main thing they should be focusing on. But I think well, I mean, it probably is obvious, but Xbox has been buying up game studios so that and giving them the freedom to make those good games while they focus on, I guess, the hardware. Because I mean, from the leaks that we saw, I mean, um, they plan on heavily going into cloud computing and trying to find a way to make it so that it doesn't matter what console you have, you will play the game that you can play the game that you want to play.
Yeah, it's a very interesting strategy, and we don't know like what cloud gaming is going to look like.
Yeah.
Like, is it going to be? I imagine it's going to be like similar to streaming, like how Nvidia GeForce Now is and stuff, or like Stadia, right? Right? Except it won't suck.
I think
it won't be managed by a buffoon like Phil Harris.
Man, honestly,
Yeah.
Google has so much money they can literally just take failures like that and be like, eh.
Yeah, I mean they have a whole website devoted to their failures.
Bro, they got they
and they just keep keep
yeah,
keep trucking on.
Yeah, but I am curious to see. However, I do think it's important because listen, is
Hi-Fi Rush, that's what it was. That was the game that I was going to go to Switch.
Oh, nice.
It was Hi-Fi Rush and also Pentacast.
Cool
as well.
Yeah. I think it's good what Phil's trying to do. Especially honestly, dude, I like crossplay. I like playing with my friends, and I remember growing up not being able to play with you because you had a PlayStation and I had an Xbox. So
I had an Xbox. We played together.
Yeah, but after a while, no, but really?
Yeah, we both had 360s, bro. We played Call of Duty.
Oh, that's right. Of course. Then what was then where was it going with that? I must be misremembering shit. I'm sorry.
PC probably is what.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, PC.
Yeah, when you jump to PC.
When I jumped to PC, I couldn't play with you a lot, and yeah, and now there's games that we're playing with your cousin while he has his Xbox and we have our PC, which makes a lot more sense considering they're both Microsoft, but still, like, the idea is there. I really think we should have a lot more games, a lot more co-op games be cross-platform. So, I mean, as much as Halo is an Xbox game, opening it up so that more people can play Halo with each other, regardless of platform, I think is a great idea. So, and we're still waiting for fucking Deep Rock Galactic to have crossplay. Baldur's Gate.
Oh my God.
Baldur's Gate to have crossplay so that we can play with our chat, and for Dude we can. And I've heard that they have mods now where you can increase the party to have it be.
Oh yeah, they've had that.
Oh, they've had that. Oh well, then
they've had that for a while.
Oh okay, well I haven't been kept up to breast of that, or maybe I have. I don't know, but
yeah, they've had that for a while.
But yeah, but point is, we should really start, trying to get more and more into crossplay.
Yes, please. Crossplay.
Yes, dude.
Crossplay. Especially since I don't want to spend money on online. I don't want to have to give Sony money to play something online, right? Because I actually canceled my PlayStation subscription.
Oh,
because I wasn't using it. My brother, my dad took my PS4, right? And I don't really have any online games on my PlayStation anymore. I play all my online games on Steam.
Yeah, and we get it for free. Well, not free because we pay the internet provider, but still,
Yeah, besides, we don't pay Steam to play their games online.
Yeah, exactly.
To play games online.
Exactly.
Right. I'm paying Sony so I can play a game online.
Yes.
Because there is that Grand Blue game, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink that came out.
I have no idea what that is.
You should look it up. It's like a cool. It's like an action RPG game. It's based on the Grand Blue property, which is a very popular mobile game in Japan. Um, and the game looked really cool. Like it had like this cool. It has like multiplayer that's kind of like Monster Hunter,
Mm-hmm.
but the combat's like anime, over the top, actiony bullshit. And apparently, it does have crossplay, but only between the PS4 and PS5 version. So I was like, there's a PC version, and actually a lot of people are playing on PC.
Hmm.
It actually has quite a few, like 100,000. I looked it up a little while ago. It's like 100,000 people
Interesting.
playing it, so maybe a little less, but still a lot of people. Yeah, it was a successful game, and they're actually planning on updating that game a lot. So it can be a cool game to get into, but like it's hard to get into it when, you know,
When the
I could play it on PC, but then the community is going to be kind of dead, or it'll possibly die within like a few months.
well, yeah,
And it's like fuck, I have no one to play with, unless I get you into it, and then you can join me on quests.
well, you said it's over the top anime.
Yeah.
Do they
Yes, they do. I already know your question. Yes, they do. In fact, there is a whole race of very well endowed short stack goat girls. I am not lying. They are all like 4 feet tall, and they got large tracts of land. Like,
what's the name of this shit again? It's on Steam.
Grand Blue Fantasy Relink.
Grand
There's
Blue.
also a fighting game based on it too.
Really?
Blue, that's great. That's Grand Blue Fantasy Versus.
Grand Blue Fantasy Relink 59.99.
No, not Versus. I'm sorry, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink.
Yeah, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. No, there was others on the list that I saw.
Yeah, Versus is the fighting game.
Similar.
Which is also a cool game too. It's a very simple game too.
Similar to God of War and Elden Ring. Is this true?
Oh well, I don't know about that, but
all right.
You see, there's an entire race of big, well-endowed, short-stack goat girls you can play as.
Oh wait, I have seen this. Oh yeah, yep.
Your interest is peaked now.
Damn, but $60.
It's a good game, but I mean, it's not gonna be now because I'm still gonna play through Persona 3, and then I go straight into Final Fantasy 7. Persona 3 is gonna take me to the end of the month, and then Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth is gonna take me another month.
Yeah.
So the soonest would be like April, and even then, I think there's another RPG game that's coming out in April.
Really? Which one?
Yes, it's called Ayuden Chronicles.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
Yeah, it had a Kickstarter. It's supposed to be developed by the people who did the Suikoden games, which are classic JRPG games from the PS1.
Okay.
The whole gimmick was like you had like 100 party members that you can recruit.
Okay.
Yeah, like the Suikoden games, they always had like 50 or 60 or however many like insanely amount of party members you can recruit.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Grand Blue sold 1 million copies.
Yeah, it did well.
Oh, it's on your cousin's wish list.
Oh, really?
I wonder
well,
why.
then.
I wonder why.
Got to round up a party then. This is the man of a horny anime cat girl in his profile. I just
wait, really? Because I think he changed it.
Oh
no, never mind. I just
nope.
Because I was looking at his profile picture and it's like a skull, but then
you click on the actual profile,
yeah.
You get greeted with a big horny anime cat girl.
I cannot believe Steam allows
that. Give a fuck,
dude. This is why
have you not seen the hentai category?
I do not want that on my algorithm for Steam. It's already bad enough I clicked on a porn game by accident.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, like you click on it just like 1 or 2 times just to pique your curiosity. And it's like, oh hey, we noticed you like this porn game here. Like I'm getting one right now.
It's so bad.
Yes, I'm gonna self-report here. Yes, I'm getting one right now. I forgot. Okay, it's not there anymore. Thank God. But I forgot what it was even called. It was like sex something. What the fuck is this, bro? I just clicked on like 2 games that looked mildly interesting for reasons.
For reasons.
All right, well, let's talk about other things that are mildly interesting for reasons.
Yes, interesting.
So we have here for our final story, the Sony State of Play.
Yay.
Which was actually goddamn, what was it?
Hmm.
Oh no, it was like 2 weeks ago.
Hmm.
I can't remember right now. It was just before Helldivers came out. So
Oh yeah, I heard that. That's pretty interesting.
yeah, apparently it's been doing super well. Like it's actually usurped Palworld's throne now.
I heard. Yes.
Yeah, and apparently it's a super good game. Like I wasn't expecting it. I was like, oh, it looks all right. I guess people will sort of dig it, but no, it's a pretty good game, and it has crossplay. I mean, it's a Sony game, so it's gonna be between PlayStation 5 and PC.
Oh, all
It's
right.
getting really
Well,
yeah,
it's
it's
on
getting
Steam
really
though,
good.
at least. So
Yeah, it's on Steam. It's on Steam.
it's fine.
But
Whatever.
whatever, man. But we got a look at what's
What?
to come for Sony
Yes.
coming in the future. So first they went over Helldivers 2, which as we said, it's actually a pretty cool game. It's kind of like it's like Starship Troopers. It's got big Starship Trooper vibes where you go and you kill giant bugs and build bases and stuff together with your homies and you
I've
complete missions.
I've actually seen memes on my meme app, and yeah, it's making its rounds on my meme app.
Oh, okay. Any good stuff?
I did see one that apparently it was like a Venn diagram with Helldivers on one end, Lethal Company on the other, and then the part where the two circles meet is Deep Rock. So honestly, I saw that and I was like, really? Oh, now I'm actually very interested in this game
Oh
because,
man, but Lethal Company. That's something we got to play.
well, I mean, I think it's on sale for like $7 right now.
Okay.
But we need people.
We need people. But we digress. So
Yes.
the next thing that they showed off was Foam Stars, which is Splatoon at home.
Yeah.
That's being developed by Square, which this game has not been doing well at all. It has not reviewed well.
Yeah.
I can't imagine this game being very, very successful because everyone has been kind of ragging on this game for a long time.
Yeah.
And also, I have been cursed to this knowledge. Now you must be cursed to this knowledge. Apparently,
I don't know.
Foam Stars, the characters in Foam Stars, are actually producing foam from their body. It's not just a gun thing. It's like, no, we need to produce foam from our bodies.
Man, they really are trying to make it like Splatoon because those are like squid, because they're like squid people and they produce their own ink. Now,
which makes sense, right? But these are human beings.
Really, they're not like aliens or like mythical beings that's like their power or like their shtick that they make foam.
No, they're just people. They just happen to produce foam.
Where does the foam come from? I need to know.
I don't want to know.
I need to know now. I need to know.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Who the hell are you to tell me what I don't want to know? It's okay.
Man, we had some VR2 games.
Yes.
All right. One of them, well, there's actually one for Metro Awakening, which is based on the Metro game. So like Metro 2033, Metro 2034, Metro Last Light. Cool games. And now they have a VR version of it.
Yeah.
Which probably be pretty cool because they're very atmospheric games. They're kind of like Stalker.
Yeah.
You remember Stalker, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's kind of like Stalker except much more linear. It's like Stalker with the structure of Call of Duty game. And then there was another one called Legendary Tales, which actually this one looks kind of cool. It's like another like melee. It's like a melee game, which like you get a lot of in it. But like this one looks kind of nutty because like you can like cast spells and stuff and switch between your weapons, and it looks really, really cool actually. Like this looks like, oh man, if I had a VR headset, I wouldn't mind doing this.
Yeah, actually, it's funny because it reminds me a lot of damn, what's that other VR game on Steam? It's really, really popular. Where people mod it all the time to put lightsabers in it. Oh my god, I can't remember. It's super.
No, I don't know. I actually never knew it, but I know what you're talking about. Like, I see videos on it all the time.
It's like one of the top VR games, like, period. And it's got a medieval setting to it. Oh my god, I can't remember it. But anyway, this gives me that same vibe. It looks good. It does look good.
Yeah, it seems. I see someone swinging a chair. You swing a chair. That's funny.
Typical VR form, just grabbing random shit.
Oh man, I wonder how it would be. Have you ever like played a melee game with a VR, like a game where you melee
I
stuff?
played a little bit.
A little bit. Was it disorienting? Because I feel like it might be disorienting.
So I find it's disorienting if you have to move. But in VR games where you're standing in one spot, you don't get disoriented so much. Like for me, games where you where you can actually move a character with like
Mm-hmm.
the analog sticks, but it fucks with your head. Like for example, I was playing. I told you I played the break in
Mm-hmm. Yo,
with
yes.
Eileen, dude. It gave me a headache. I mean, great concept, but dude, I just could not because I was moving the character with my analog sticks, but my body was standing still. So the conflicting
Uh-huh.
sensory stimuli actually made me nauseous. So
Ooh, okay.
yeah, dude. So honestly, um, yeah, it sucks. It really does suck. So that's why there's some games that will do the teleporting where you kind of pick a point to move to and you
Yeah,
tell
Half Life Alex did that.
yes, that is not as bad. But if it's a game where you have to move around, where you actually move and you aim and you with like head turning and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
that makes me nauseous and it disorients me a lot.
Mm, okay, okay.
Yeah, that's
Well,
why.
hopefully.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. No,
No,
finish your
I was
thought.
just gonna say this last point. I think that's why for me, VR games won't actually be a thing until we can have some kind of trackpad where you can actually move around in like Ready Player One style.
Uh
Which,
huh.
by the way, I did see Disney Imagineers just came out with something like that, but we could talk about that another time.
Ah, okay. Yeah, we'll have to discuss that some other time.
Yeah, yeah.
But this game looks really cool. Like I'm looking at, like, oh my god, this is sick. Like this guy freaking stabbed one monster in the knee, then hit him with like the butt of his spear, and then someone was throwing a fireball at him, and he just parried the fireball with his shield
Yeah, dude. It's so
all in
cool.
one smooth motion. And then he threw his shield like a Captain America frisbee,
Yeah.
or I'm sorry, like a Captain America shield, and it bounced off a bunch of monsters and went back to him. And then there's another one where he chopped off one skeleton's head and then used it to like block an incoming attack.
Yep.
Yeah, this game looks dope, actually.
No,
Now
look.
that I think, now I look at it more and more.
Yeah, dude. It does look pretty dope. Yeah, and you do move around a little bit.
I wonder how much a VR2 costs, though. I don't know. It's probably expensive. It's probably like $300, $400.
Yeah. I mean, is it considered an
Uh,
add-on for the PlayStation?
what do you mean?
Like, is it a headset that you have to connect to your PlayStation, or is it something that you can purchase as like a standalone
I think I
console?
no, I think it's something you have to use only for your PlayStation.
Okay.
Yeah, which is a shame, but yeah,
Yeah.
you can only use it for that. Oh yeah,
Oh,
apparently it looks like it's co-op because I see other people.
yeah, dude. I saw. Oh, I mean, I don't know if you got to the trailer part, but he put his hammer up and he called down lightning, and now his hammer is imbued with lightning. That was pretty fucking cool.
That was I saw that.
It was at the end of the trailer. It was at the end.
All right. Well, moving on, we have Zenless Zone Zero, which is
Which,
the newest game from MiHoYo, aka the creators of Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail.
speaking of
Um,
which, there's
yeah, the thumbnail there.
yeah.
So.
I'm
Speaking of honkers,
I'm interested in this game for purely
now interested in this game
for purely educational
for reasons.
for reason.
But yeah, this is a game that has some of the most insane animation quality I've ever seen in any game ever.
I couldn't agree more.
Like, oh my god, the level of quality in the animation is insane. And I saw a preview of it with my favorite streamer, Maximilian Dude, was doing a sponsored video for it. And that game has so much style to it. Like, not just the animations are amazing, but like everything. It's like Persona, like where even the menus are super fucking cool.
Yes.
So this game is just all about style. And man, I feel like I've been seeing trailers. I feel like I've been seeing trailers for this personally for like 20 years, man, because they keep showing trailers for it over and over again, and it's always like the same thing. It's just a bunch of flashy, crazy shit with some flashy combat, and then it goes send the 0, and it's like, when's the release date? Fuck you, we'll tell you later. Coming soon.
This is my first time seeing it, so
yeah, it's like an action game.
Yeah.
But you can like switch between 3 characters like mid combo, kind of like Genshin Impact, where you can like switch between the characters.
Yeah,
you can only control one character at a time. It's like that, but like you're going through like dungeons and stuff, like fighting monsters.
Yeah,
and then in between that, like you're like preparing yourself for like the dungeon runs, getting equipment and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
And talking to characters, picking up quests. But man, you should look up some cutscenes for this, because holy crap, dude! Like this trailer actually undersells the animation quality.
Well, I mean, it looks pretty good from the trailer, but I'll have to look some up at a later time.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy how the game looks. It just really shows you, man, how much money MiHoYo can just afford to just dump into these games. Endless money. They just have all the money, all that waifu blood money they got from Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. They can just dump it on this.
Waifu blood money. It's funny.
That's what it is, man. It's all waifu blood money. And then next they showed off Dave the Diver, which is a game that's already out. But interestingly, Dave the Diver, which, by the way, for those of you who don't know, is not an indie game. That was a big controversy during the Game Awards. You remember that?
Yep.
Or apparently the Dave the Diver was published by Nexon, which is like one of the biggest publishers in Korea, and they're like, "What the fuck? We're not indie, man. We got money. What is this?" But yeah, it seems like Dave the Diver is going to be having a crossover with Godzilla, which is very interesting.
Yes,
because I don't think anyone really expected that at all.
No. Well, I would never expect this out of an indie developer. So.
Oh yes, of course. It's very strange how Toho is giving this indie development studio their time of day. Yes, but for those of you who play Dave the Diver, you can expect that crossover to come out May 2024. Then next we have V Rising, which is a survival game where you play as a vampire. That's currently in early access on Steam, I believe. And it will now be making its way over to PlayStation. Apparently this game is actually really good. I forgot what year it came out, but like a lot of people were really loving it when it first came out.
Okay.
And if you see the trailer, it looks kind of nutty, right? Like it's just.
Is it an isometric?
Yeah, it's isometric. Okay. It's isometric, but it's a survival game, so it's like, like Ark and Rust and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you can build stuff, but there's also action too. Like there's a lot of action actually, because the action looks pretty cool.
Yeah. That is a pretty.
Yeah, I seen like riding on a horse, and he jumps off it, starts fighting some monsters almost immediately. Fighting some crazy bosses, like some bullet hell sequences. like there's one where like there's a bunch of light is coming towards him, like a bunch of lightning balls.
Yeah.
And he's just dashing around shooting stuff. But hey, for those of you interested in V Rising, well, now you get to play it on PlayStation. And then this one's actually pretty interesting. We have the next game from Ken Levine, who is the creator of BioShock and BioShock Infinite. His new game
Judas
is actually shown off at the Sony State of Play, and it is called Judas. And it actually is a story trailer, which kind of gives us a little sneak peek into what kind of story we can expect and kind of the atmosphere. And man, this is BioShock in space.
Yes, I was just about to say.
That's what it looks like. Which is funny because System Shock is BioShock in space, and BioShock was supposed to be a spiritual successor to System Shock.
Yeah.
And now it's like we're back in space. Now, granted, it doesn't look as futuristic-y as System Shock. It still seems to be going for that like Art Deco steampunk look, but now they just apply it to space.
Yeah. Sorry, I think my headset ran out of juice. I had to plug it in.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, dude. Yeah, BioShock in space, weapon in one hand, your power hand on the left.
Yeah, it looks really cool. I'm Honestly, I can't wait for it because I love Bioshock and I love that. I love the Bioshock games. I love
Me
like, the
too.
combat and stuff.
Me too. And I love Bioshock Infinite. So
Is that your favorite one?
yeah,
Have you played all of them?
I haven't played Bioshock 2. I played the original.
Oh,
I
okay.
played the original Bioshock. I didn't play Bioshock 2, and then I played Bioshock Infinite and all the DLC for it as well. DLC was fucking dope. Yeah, the Burial at
Okay,
Sea.
I didn't play the DLC.
Yeah, Burial at Sea.
I played Infinite, but I never played the DLC.
Yeah, it's essentially like the prequel to the original Bioshock.
Yeah, but it looks like once again you're gonna be in a place that was once really nice and then went to hell in a handbasket, just like Bioshock, just like System Shock. Right? They also have the same. Wow, this is a nice ship here. Be a real shame if an alien parasite infected everyone. Then, oh, look at that! An alien parasite just infected everyone, and then Bioshock's like, oh man, this place is really nice underwater city. I sure hope some fucking junkies don't take over the town. No, look at that! Some fucking junkies high on slug juice and superpowers have now taken over the city. Oh, great. Okay, so yeah, really cool looking game. I can't wait for this one. God only knows when it's going to come out.
Yeah.
What's their release date?
I don't think it said.
No release date. No release date.
It just said wish list.
Yeah, in development for PS5. So we'll see. Then the next one we had very interesting reveal. Actually, we have another Silent Hill game actually revealed. So this is Silent Hill: The Short Message, which is Konami's. No, but we have PT at home, right?
Yep.
That's essentially what it is. And interestingly enough, it actually came out the same day as the State of Play. So, and it's free. So if you're interested, you can try that out. But from what I heard, it's not very good.
I mean, it's interesting. It's a first person Silent Hill game, which like you said, PT at home, because
But I want Kojima's PT.
I know what you want. I want it too, but we're not going to get it.
No.
Sad.
No, we're not going to get anything. And unfortunately, we're still not going to get a good Silent Hill game because apparently this one's not very good at all.
Well, I mean,
but it's free, so
yeah,
I guess it doesn't hurt to play it for a little bit if you're vaguely interested in it.
Kind of hope they don't mess up that Silent 2 remake.
Oh God,
Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, we'll see. Because that trailer was kind of some red flags.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, there's a lot of combat in this in this trailer, and there's a lot of wonky ass animations too. Okay, all right. So yeah, Konami continues to not be so hot. Then the next game was Sonic Cross Shadow Generations. So this is actually a remaster of Sonic Generations, which it's actually one of the good Sonic games.
Yes.
Believe it or not. It's actually a pretty good Sonic game. And this time around, it's going to have shadows in it, which is going to be the big selling point where it's like, hey, you like Sonic Generations? Well, you get to replay it again with remastered graphics. And now you get to play a shadow. So I'm not a big Sonic fan, but this actually does look kind of cool. And there are actually some Sonic games I am interested in, but they always come out during times where like better stuff comes out.
Yeah.
Like that Sonic game that came out last year, Superstars, like looked really cool.
Yes.
But it came out in October. Like fucking everything was coming out in October. So it's like,
yep.
I don't have time for this.
Yeah, I don't have time for this.
Unfortunately. Well, that is going to come out in autumn of 2024. Oh wow, it's coming out on PlayStation 4? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, PS4.
Can't believe they're still selling stuff for PS4. But anyways, next on we move to Dragon's Dogma 2.
I am very interested in this game.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
It looks good.
Yeah. So this is the sequel to Capcom's action RPG game Dragon's Dogma. That was from the 360 PS3 era. This is gonna be the first game, the first proper sequel, because there was Dragon's Dogma Online, which was Japanese only.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first direct sequel in like 10 years, I want to say.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks pretty dope, man, because it's like medieval Devil May Cry with RPG elements.
Yes.
That's pretty much what it is. You have people doing all sorts of cool ass shit. Like you have like a wizard doing like summoning a bunch of ice spikes, right? And then he hops on the ice spikes, jumps off the ice
And
spikes.
fucking goes down with a two-hander, and I'm like, oh shit. Yeah.
This look dope. And it's a Capcom game, so you know the action's gonna be good, right? And this is being developed by Itsuno, who's he's actually a very, very good developer. Has been at Capcom for a long time. He worked on the Marvel vs. Capcom games.
Yeah.
And he also worked on Devil May Cry 3 and 4 and 5. So this man knows action. This man and his team knows action, so you're going to be in for a good ass action time. Which, speaking of Dragon's Dogma 2, did you ever see that preview they did? I know, like originally we had it listed to talk about.
Oh
it, but
yeah,
it was
no,
just too much.
I did, but honestly, dude, I kind of forgot what I saw. But I remember like watching it, and I was like, oh, dude, this shit looks so dope. This looks awesome. But yeah, but they showed a lot. Like it was, like they showed a really since you just showed the guy playing the game as a warrior, and I think he was just like wrecking shit.
Yeah, and actually, if you go on YouTube, you can see they post like short videos every day, showing off the different vocations, which are the different classes, and you can shoot all the cool shit they do. Like the archer, they just released the archer like yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago, and you can do some crazy Legolas shit with it. It's so cool. You should definitely check that out if you're such interested in it. Unfortunately, though, there's no multiplayer for it, as far as I know.
It's okay, dude. It's okay.
That would have been so dope, though, man.
Yeah, I'm sure someone
You
will
could do multiplayer.
I'm sure someone will mod that in.
Oh no! But Capcom modding is cheating.
Shh, it's okay. We'll figure it out.
But remember the naked Chun-Li.
So now we're gonna have naked Dragon's Dogmas. So
Dragon's Donk.
I want my nudie wizards.
Donk's gonna be the weapon. Naked wizards.
I want my naked wizard.
All right. Well, going on to our next game that was shown off was Stellar Blade.
I'm interested.
Yes, I wonder why. Yes, Stellar Blade, aka Stellar Booty, because that's what this game has been. Like every time they show this game off, bro, like they always make it a point to show off the main character's ass in that skin tight suit.
Not even that. Like it has physics.
His physics? Oh, I didn't even notice that. Oh no.
It's the first thing I noticed. I was like,
oh no.
I was like, excuse me? Fucking turned into the Eye of Sauron looking at that shit. Enhance.
Pause the video. Slowing it down. Wait. I gotta watch the VODs, bro.
You gotta watch the VODs.
But yeah, this is a game being developed by the Korean studio Shift Up and is being published by Sony Interactive. So it's going to be a third-party exclusive for the PlayStation 5. And it is an action RPG game. And it's kind of giving a lot of people Nier Automata vibes. Because it kind of takes place in that post-apocalyptic Earth where like everything's like a big junkyard. And your main character is a big booty girl that runs around.
Has to fight robots.
Like fighting robots and shit. Looks pretty cool though, I will say. And I mean, it always looked interesting from the start. Big booty and horniness aside, like the combat looks pretty cool.
I concur.
And it seems like there's going to be like a lot of things to do. I don't know if it's open world, but it does seem like it's going to have like a lot of content for you to go through.
Yeah.
Damn, these booty shots are egregious. My God.
Egregious?
It's like, look at all this ass we have here. It's not as much now, bro. Oh, also, you get costumes.
Ooh, really?
Yes, you get costumes for the waifu character.
Oh, so, very nice.
There you go, extra perk. We like our waifu costumes here.
Absolutely.
We are very, very pro waifu costumes, which which I did when I found out in Persona 3, you can change the outfits. Like, oh,
That's it.
that's it, bro. It's over. Where them bikinis at? All right, and then next we have Until Dawn Remaster.
Yep.
It's coming to PlayStation 5 and PC. So Until Dawn is that narrative horror game that's kind of like a Telltale game, except it's like a horror movie, and it is now being remastered for PS5 and PC. I remember seeing this game in like 2015, 2014.
Yeah.
And the game looked pretty good at the time. So
It
I
actually,
can only imagine.
I think it still looks pretty good. Like it holds up well. So I'm interested to see where this
Yeah.
remaster will do with it.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Yeah, it was a cool game to watch. It was cool to like watch Twitch streams of it, because like depending on your choices, you can see like who lives and who dies and stuff. It was always fun watching those playthroughs where they just kill everyone intentionally.
Yes, where everyone dies.
You just watch everyone die horrendous deaths and everyone's just laughing because everyone's just making the dumbest decisions. So yeah, for those of you interested in that, yeah, you can expect the remaster to come out sometime soon. There is no release date for that, as far as I know.
I mean, I assume it'll be this year, no? Oh no, it says this year. Never mind.
It says this year, but we don't know when.
Never mind.
That's all we know. Then next we have Team Ninja's next game, Rise of the Ronin, which is an open world action RPG game where you play as a samurai dude in the middle of feudal Japan. Oh shit, that's loud as fuck. Okay. Sorry, I was playing the video and I hear like the fucking Japanese when you're like, fuck. Jesus Christ. And the cool thing about this game is that you have like a grappling hook that you can like slink yourself across like rooftops and stuff, and then you have a glider that you can just pull out your ass. So it's kind of like got that Breath of the Wild style traversal system. But then it has like Neo combat, and Neo has really good combat. This actually looks really cool.
Yeah. March 22nd.
Really cool. Yeah, March 22nd. Yeah, it's in the Team Ninja game, so you know it's gonna have good ass combat, because Team Ninja always makes really good action games. The only problem is that this comes out. I feel like this came out like around the time of another game I'm interested in, but I can't remember what it is right now.
Well, didn't we just looked at it? Isn't it Dragon's Dogma also comes out March 22nd?
Oh yeah, Dragon's Dogma also does come out March 22nd. Damn. Okay.
Damn.
I think I like Capcom more, so I'd probably pick up Dragon's Dogma first.
Yep.
But we'll see, because Final Fantasy Rebirth is probably gonna take me a long fucking time.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I forgot Dragon's Dogma comes out March. I don't think we mentioned the release date, but yeah, that comes out the same day. So March 22nd, both Dragon's Dogma and Rise of the Ronin. You can expect both of those to come out. And so, all right, finally we have our most what the fuck is this? Oh my god. So we have, for the final game of Show the State of Play, is Death Stranding 2. Man, let me tell you, the Kojima verse is fucking insane, and we are just living in it. This has to be the strangest fucking trailer I've ever seen in my life. I mean, the first game was already really weird, but then this one comes out and it's like, wow, okay, Death Stranding 1 looks kind of tame in comparison. Have you seen this?
Yes, dude.
Yes, this fucking lunacy. Did you understand a single thing you just saw?
No, but the thing is, I don't know what happened in the original game either, so I'm kind of like confused.
I feel like even if you did, you'd still be like, what the hell? I mean, look, there's a lot of weird shit, right? You have freaking Leia Sado, I think that's her name.
Yeah,
she's the Bond girl from No Time to Die.
Yes,
and Spectre, right? She has like these gloves that like are sentient.
No,
and they're around her.
Yes,
no, they're gloves and they're like sentient, like they can move on their own, and they're wrapped around her neck, and so she's using it as a mask,
dude.
And then later on, she has to light her own cigarette.
I thought somebody was holding her from behind like a hostage, and then I was like, wait, is that a mask? I was very confused. I don't know what's happening.
Yes, and then we have the baby from. Well, no. Then we have a puppet, a weird fucking puppet, that's moving in stop motion and talking for some reason. Then, of course, you have a bunch of blah 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 exposition stuff. Oh, by the way, we have George Miller for some reason, the director of Mad Max Fury Road. Yeah, for some reason he's in this. Don't know why, but he's playing a character. And then we have Troy Baker, cosplaying as the Crow. And for some reason, he is now has a guitar that he fights with. And when he plays the guitar, it shoots lightning beams out of it. And then he can pull an axe blade out of the guitar. And in the same scene, we have a baby controlled robot fighting him while a bunch of rock music plays. And man, I don't know what the fuck's happening.
I just can't. Do
you have any words on this?
No, I have no words, dude. I mean, I have no words. Kojima, man, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what any of this is about. But it's either going to be great, like the best thing ever, like, makes Death Stranding look like a prototype, or it's literally going to be awful. Because people, the first Death Stranding, dude, it was such a mixed reception. Like, of course, you had the hardcore Kojima fans like, no, you don't understand, the symbolism and this and that. Like, this guy can do no wrong. And it's like, okay, it's an experimental game, but what was he trying to do? This game will be his chance to show what he was actually trying to do. And if we still don't know what the fuck is going on, then I don't think this is going to be a good game. Because I thought it was about delivering packages, but now it looks like the trailer at least focuses heavy on combat.
Yeah, I think they're probably going to look to amp up the combat a bit, because the previous game was kind of light on combat. You didn't really have to fight that much. Oh yeah, you have like a tar cat, like a cat made of tar, just walking around.
Did it have wings? I thought it saw wings.
Yeah, it had wings.
It had wings. Okay.
Yes, and then they zoom in on Norman Reedus,
of course,
on his esophagus, and you see the baby.
Is that fucking
the baby belches out a robot?
Dude, is that Elle Fanning?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Why is the baby belching out a ship? I have no idea. Yes, that is Elle Fanning. I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know.
Is her significance, but
honestly, I will say the way that this game captures like their real life actors and actresses, I gotta say this is probably the best I've seen.
Oh yeah, no, the production value is there, man. But like the graphics are amazing. The visuals look really cool. Like they're weird, but they look cool at the same time. Yeah. It's definitely very captivating. Especially that hand thing. Like they show like a hand.
Yeah.
Like a hand monster. Like this looks like something out of Elden Ring, to be honest. And then you got Troy Baker as the Crow with fucking,
of course,
guitar axe that shoots electricity.
Reedus. Death Stranding 2.
I mean, we'll see.
On the beach. Oh my lord.
Yeah, which is actually a reference to a book called On the Beach.
Oh, well, I know.
Actually, I saw that on a GameSpot article.
Oh, I didn't know that, but I know that there was something about the beach in the original Death Stranding that apparently was a huge plot point. So I wonder if it's like tying back to that.
Oh yeah, the beach is. Oh man, I read the synopsis for Death Stranding. I was still like, what the fuck? But apparently, the beach is like it's like a realm of existence in between living and the dead. It's like purgatory.
So, are they going to go into purgatory?
I don't know.
Wait, why am I asking?
I don't know.
I'm sure we will not find out soon.
Or we will find out, and we'll still be like, huh? What the fuck? I mean, say what you about Kojima, man. When you play a Kojima game, you know you played a Kojima game.
Yeah.
And this is a Kojima-ass Kojima game. Oh yeah, he also said he's working on a stealth action game. So that's actually kind of cool. You know,
Yes,
return to
yes, he
the Metal Gear like.
yeah, he announced another what's it called? Espionage? An espionage game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
tactical espionage, what that's
Actually,
called.
yeah.
Tactical action
Action
espionage.
espionage, that's what it was.
But that's not gonna be for a while because he already said like it's after Death Stranding 2 is when we haven't even started on it. When Death Stranding 2 comes out, then we'll start working on it. And Death Stranding 2 doesn't come out till 2025.
How much is Death Stranding right now? Death Stranding director's cut. Oh my god, the director's cut.
You interested?
Bro, it is. Oh no, never mind. It's on sale right now, half off for $20.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's the game and the upgrade because
Oh
this Richard's cut
yeah,
is an
yeah, yeah,
upgrade.
yeah. So for yeah, so if you already have the game, they offer the director's cut upgrade for $5. But if not, you could just buy the director's cut outright for $20.
Okay. All right. Well, that concludes that segment
Yeah, man, dude, I can't.
and our final one at that. So you want to sign us off?
Yeah. Oh wait. Sorry, I'm reading. I'm reading the I'm reading the Steam review for Death Stranding. Long story short, when the local postman tries to fix your internet connection. Okay. All right. Now I know what I'm getting into. But yes, I will sign us off. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Two Bar Connection. We really appreciate you guys listening in on us. Be sure to leave a like and a comment for any stories that you want us to cover in the future. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and even hit that bell notification because, I get excited whenever I see a YouTuber upload a new video. And you can also find us not just on YouTube, but you can also listen to our audio on Apple Music or Apple Podcast, Amazon Music. We're on there as well as Spotify. And we really appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you once again. And so, with that being said, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Peace.
Bye, everybody.